What's up, guys? It's Sunday. You know what that means? It means tomorrow I gotta go back to work. So we busted a torque converter last week. It was on borrowed time, anyways. Kenny at PTC had told us some time ago it's not. He's like, you need a different one. I just didn't want to buy a different one. It worked. So we just left it in there until it basically came apart. Unfortunately, it came apart when we were up at Carmi at the 660 Grudge Street at Carmi Airport for their big streetcar deal. I had a good time, quite a few cars there. We got lucky and went through first round. I don't even know how, but we just got lucky. Second round, the guy that won the whole race put us out and probably beat me by, I don't know, 3 or 4 cars. But I mean, the converter was just, I knew something wasn't right after the first pass. But at the same time, we had my NTK sensor went out. So it was trying to, my fuel table's pretty close, but it was trying to put a bunch of fuel in it. And I thought, well, it lost some power because it put some fuel in it, but I didn't think it should have been that doggy. So I unplugged the NTK. Like I said, my fuel table's close enough to go without it. Second round, it was terrible. It wouldn't hardly come up on the brake, and we got to looking at the data after that. I knew something wasn't right, and I've had a torque converter do this to me before. As a matter of fact, the same one, and he did what he could do to fix it back then, and I could just tell. I said, no, the converter's not right. So we bought a 9.5 inch from him. We got it in yesterday, and today we're going to test. We are getting ready we got a back of the track race at Beacon this coming Friday, and ultimately we are trying to get ready for the $250,000 Grand Hustle race, October 29th. It's going to be a humdinger, 256 cars. So we're going to try to test today. We'll get some of that. We'll see how the converter does, and we will go from there. So we've changed everything on here that we could. The tune, the tires, the converter, a whole bunch of stuff. We're gonna try more air in our tires than we ever have. We're gonna try boost by speed, because everybody says when you're street racing you do boost by speed. We're gonna give it a shot. We'll see what happens. One pass, boost by speed. Whew, that's going to take a while. Apparently I feel like I'm going a lot faster, a lot quicker than what I think I am. Which we had a pretty slow ramp in it because I don't know how that works. I mean, I know how it works. I just never did it before. So we got one pass in, and it was slow. It was a 708 right off the trailer, 180, 60 foot. It was pretty bad. But it also went through the traps with only 14 pounds of boost. We usually make 33. So that being said, I don't know, if it stops raining maybe later this afternoon, we'll get some more testing. If not, there's always tomorrow. Well, we found a spot to test. It's been raining all day, and the road is somewhat wet. The cracks of the road are still wet, but we're gonna give it a try. So stay tuned. Pass number 2, a little spicy. I'll go out here and show you what I'm dealing with. Road's dry, but it's very coarse. It's wet. You can see the water in the road. Air pressure seems to be all right in the tires, but the road is very coarse. Water all over the place. Rocks. But we like it dirty. We loaded up another tune. We're going to try for our third pass. All right, so made another pass. Wasn't much better, which I didn't turn it down a whole lot. Didn't expect a whole lot. And it did exactly the same thing. So we didn't get much video of that. My wife didn't have her phone out quick enough. There was cars coming. She was flustered. It don't matter. The cars are either going to try to pass me or I'm going to pass them, one of the two. So we turned it down quite a bit this time on the hit, trying to get it to leave. Of course, this road is terrible. I mean, it's never been on before, period. We're just trying to really get some converter data and things like that. So we'll be back in a minute with another pass. Then there's my wife. She's out here on the golf cart. Thinks we're at the racetrack.
I look homeless.
Yes, babe, you look homeless.
I know I do. I've been cleaning all day.
She has been cleaning all day. Bless her soul. Whatever. Well, we made one more pass. It wasn't good. So the car's been running slow all day long. I mean, it sounds silly. We've been taking power away from it to try to get it to hook all day and running some of the slowest passes it's ever run, and something wasn't right. I changed plugs. Plugs that were in it looked fine. They had just been in there a while. So I put 8 fresh plugs in it, and I pulled the launch boost way down and just held it for about a second just to try to get it to hook, and then ramped it in fairly slow. Nothing that I guess I haven't ever did before. I mean, I'm way more violent with this thing. Anyways, about a half of the pass, maybe 400 foot, something come apart, smoked real bad. Still had oil pressure, but now it's either blowed the head gasket or torched the head or something. I can't see because of the headers, and it's hot. And of course, we don't run water, so it's not like we got combustion in our coolant. We do got quite a bit of combustion or crankcase pressure coming out of our slobber box. So I don't know. This motor's got, it's a little over 250 passes on it, and I mean the to be honest with you, like I said, at one point in time when we were trying to get this thing figured out when we first built it, I was not easy on it. We had so many issues, converter, turbos, not that none of it was bad or wrong, it was just the combination wasn't right. So getting it lined out, I mean, it takes a toll on me. I get aggravated, you know, pretty easy. There were a few times I let the nuts hang. I didn't care if it come apart or not, and this little motor took everything I took at it. Mike Loud did this short block. Well, he did my heads too. And I have beat it to pieces, and it's took everything I threw at it. So 255 passes of me literally donkey stomping it. Something's come apart. I don't know if I'll fix it. It's close to the end of the year. I mean, the racing's just getting good. Turbo weather, right? But I've been in touch with Mike, and we were going to do another motor anyways, something a little more stouter than this. You know, I'm getting into boost levels and whatnot that I'm not saying Mike was insecure about. He just was telling me to kind of hold up right there. You know, if I want it to live any, just hold up right there. Don't go any more. And to be honest with you, I wasn't today. No, I mean, most I was hitting it with today was, well, 22 pounds about 2.5 seconds out. I mean, I hit it with 22 pounds coming out of the driveway. So, I mean, it wasn't, you know, we actually put a little fuel in it. I didn't touch the timing. We're actually retarding timing, trying to get it to go down the road. I mean, nothing crazy. So I don't know. Like I said, a lot of passes on this thing, a lot of abuse. It's been a good one. You will never hear me knock anything that Mike did to this little motor, because it's been a good one. But the next one, it'll be better. We'll spend a little more money this time. Well, we blow the head gasket. Whew. After letting the motor cool down, it's hot, put the fans on and let the motor cool down, and I didn't get too irate. Didn't get too excited. Got to looking at blow the head gasket on the number 3 cylinder. Pushed it out. Like I said, tons of passes on this motor, so I don't know why it did it with such little boost. We'll do a little investigating. We'll figure something out. But maybe it's just a head gasket. Maybe it didn't hurt too much. The bad part about this whole deal, and this is what sucks, we're busy in the shop, like, we covered up. Can't find any help. Guys you do get to help, they don't hang around very long, for whatever reason. Nobody wants to work. But something like this happens to me, and I don't really have time to work on my personal stuff, so I have to pay people to work on my stuff. That's the downfall in this whole situation. And I mean, there's nothing I can do. I mean, like I said, I barely have enough time to take a weekend to go racing. And sometimes I even feel bad when I take time to go race, because there's stuff at the shop that I could be doing that I've had for a very long time. And just a turn of events, you know, certain things, I just can't get them done. I mean, we just stay so busy on everybody else's stuff with just me and Slick in the shop. I mean, it is what it is. So, yeah, everybody's like, oh, it's just a head gasket. Snatch the head off of it. I mean, I can have the motor out of it in about 38 to 40 minutes. I mean, when we designed it to literally be able to work on it at the track, whatever we need to do. It took me 31 minutes to put a torque converter in this car the other day. That's just how you know, that's just how I set the car up. I had buddies wanting to help, and I appreciate it. All the help in the world is, I mean, I'll take help. But it literally only took me 31 minutes from the time it was up in the air till I started lowering it down. 31 minutes to put a torque converter in it. The motor, I mean, like I said, I can have it out in 40 minutes. So it isn't that, yeah, it's an easy job, but that hour that I spend taking the motor out is an hour lost on something in the shop. So, I mean, it's just easier for me to find somebody that wants to do it, and I pay them. I mean, it kind of is what it is. But anyways, rant over, I guess. So I think that's going to be all. We got some videos. I mean, like I said, it's literally been the slowest today it's ever been. I mean, we're talking 750s. That is not in my vocabulary. This thing goes faster than that by accident. You know, we just did a compression test and a leak down. Everything looked good about a week ago. So, I don't know. We'll see. Remember, guys, just like, subscribe, share, hit the bell, get the notifications, and we'll keep you updated on what we do. See ya.